for checkpoint exercise 1, so let me highlight the details. Mole and volume, don't forget we are dealing with the molarity. And equilibrium concentration, very good. Now let's write it down. This equals to 2. Well, at first sight, there is no chlorine and nitrogen monoxide. And in the equilibrium, there is 0.66 over 1. Yes, some of you may wonder, is it necessary to write the steps mole over volume? Well, this is not necessary after you handle the technique. Now, here is the basic information given by the exercise. So let us go through detail. Now, let's write it down. The change is positive 0.66, right? Sure, start from 0. And with the mole ratio, we can handle that. The chlorine concentration should be this one, right? And again, with the mole ratio, the reactant NOCl should change with minus 0.66. Well, this is easy. So the result is 1.34. Well, I hope you understand. And the Kc, well, please write down the expression of Kc first. Now, double check, is every species necessary to exist in the expression of Kc? Yes, there's a square. Alright? So after that, we input all the data. And you should get the result. Like this. This is not so difficult, right? Now, next one is, alright, if the questions like this, please write it down the RICE by yourself. This is R, T equal to 0, change, time equal at equilibrium. Alright, let me write it better. Okay, now again, please highlight the detail. Okay, N2H2 volume. So at time equals to 0, this is 10 over 100, this is 0.1. It's 28 over 100, this is 0.28. And starting, there's no NH3. Right. At equilibrium, 6 mole of ammonia is found, and so it's 6 over 100, 0.06. Well, again, basic information all here. So let us start. So office, this is 0.6, right? And with the mole ratio, this one should be minus, sure. This one should be half to the change of ammonia, that is 0.03. Not so difficult to understand, right? And the H2, the change should be 1.5 times the 0.09. Alright, then let's gather the information. Like this. Right, then the Kc, the expression is NH3, N2, and H2 with the power cube, that is like this. So let's see. Equals to 7.498. Now let's double check the unit. The unit, alright, the unit is m squared, m and m cubed is 1 over m squared. That is per mole square dm 6. This is our answer. Right, again, it's your turn. Now, before we start this exercise, so let me introduce a term for you. Percentage decompose. That means among 100 SbCl5, 29.4 of them will be decomposed, will be break down in the process. So, again, you should pause the video and start your job first. And I give you some hints. Please find the molar mass of all three species first with the given information. That will help you a lot. Alright? So find the molar mass of them first, and then you can stop the video at this moment and until you finish your job. And what you done should be this one, right? And then here comes to our job. Alright, this is our final job. Oh, sorry to tell you, we don't need these two. Sorry to say. Okay. Right, this is your turn. Okay. Okay, I give you for the compensate, right? 92.5 the molar mass. Alright, so again, please draw the table by yourself, the RICE. Well, don't neglect the RICE table. It can be treated as part of the step in the public exam. So, yes, let's start our job, and you can pause the video again. first of all, let me calculate the concentration first. And then we get the equilibrium concentration. Like this. And you can see the drop. It's not so difficult, right? Yes, most of the students got incorrect answer because they forgot or they mix up the number of mole versus the concentration or molarity. This is the common error. Okay, now if no, then we move to the next one. Now this one, let's see, is the esterification. Again, you are given carboxylic acid and alcohol. Yes, and if there is something wrong here, right? Hey, where is the volume? Okay, don't worry. If there is no volume, that means this is not necessary. True, right? The questions will not go wrong. So you are recommended to make it by yourself. You can use the V to represent the volume. Don't worry, you can cancel it at the end, but don't forget this step. Otherwise, the marker may wonder if you know the volume is needed. So please keep this in your answer. Alright, so at the end, 1.44 mole of ethanol is kept. So like this. So let's write it down. Start from 4.5. At the end, there is 1.44. Then if the drop is minus 3.06 here. Well, with the same mole ratio. Alright. We can copy all of this. And finally, let me use another color. Like this. And then you get the final answer. Easy, right? So another interesting thing is you can see since every unit are cancelled out, so the value or the equilibrium constant got no unit. So this is a good example, and now it's your turn. So please finish your job first. Let V be the volume. And now you can see everyone is liquid, so water should be included in your KC. So let me copy down the original data, 1 over V, A over V. Okay, at the end, 7.034 over V. Okay, like this. This is the data given by the exercise. Okay, so let us copy or let us calculate the change. So from this one to this one is minus 966. Well, everyone will do the same job because they all of them got the same mole ratio, right? Well, the purple one is the first step, I think, easy to handle. And then next one is like this. So the value of KC, let me copy down first. Like this, and we input everything. Wow, this is complicated, but not difficult, right? Here is our job. So still simple, right? Right. The next one is, okay, determine the equilibrium concentration from initial concentration and value of Kc. Well, this one is more daily life based question, actually, I will say, because as I mentioned, most equation you have come across, the scientists have done already and get the value of Kc already, so you can Google and find it with no time. But the situation is, the scientists can prepare the Kc for you, but the scientists cannot prepare the equilibrium concentration for you. So you will use the value of Kc to find your own situation. And let's see. Here shows, again, we have mole, and volume. So you were given the value of Kc and find the equilibrium concentration for both reactant and products. Well, that means you are required to fill in all these 3 boxes. Okay? Now, started with, okay, molarity. So the molarity is done. But now, because we have no idea the change, so we introduce, finally, the product should positive X and assure the reactant should be minus X already, right? According to the mole ratio. And your result will be like this. Well, don't worry, you are going to solve the quadratic equation with the given value of Kc. So, just like what you have done in your math lessons, so you will find 2 values. And this is your job to determine which one should be rejected. Because here is the value of X. So this is no point for you to have a negative value of X, right? So the negative value should be rejected. So this may be the basic point. But don't end your job now. You haven't finished. you are required to give me the free concentration, so please label it at the end, otherwise you will lose mark in your examination. X is this one, 0.1 minus x is this one, so all these three values should be given. So I will say this is the most difficult part already. You need to solve the quadratic equation and determine which one is which one should be rejected, all right, by your own chemical knowledge. Okay, some of you may wonder, is it necessary to reject the negative one every time? No. Sometimes both the solution are positive, so you need to determine which one doesn't make sense. So let's go through our checkpoint. Here shows. All right, so let's finish our job. Pause the video first, try by your own. This is already the molarity, so we can save our time. Okay. 啊 ？OK 好。Well, of course, there is net forward reaction, right? So this is minus x, positive x, and positive x. So we can fill in this one at the first side. And here comes the expression of Kc n equals to x squared over 5 times 10 to the minus 3 minus x. Well, quite complicated. N equals to, yes, you are given the value of Kc. Alright, it's time for you to use your calculator. And quadratic equation again. X equals to 2 times minus 3 or minus, okay, so there's no point for x to be a negative value. Reject it. And again, don't be happy you haven't finished your job. So the PCl3 concentration equals to Cl2 concentration equals to 2 mole per dm cube. Okay, yes, in exam you are allowed to use this expression to save your time, yes. While the PCl5 and here we have done our job. Alright, so not so difficult again, right? Quadratic equation only. Okay, so let's do a more complicated one that is combine the number of mole volume and the value of Kc. So let's start our job. So this one, okay, given, there's again minus x, positive 2x, because this time the mole ratio, it looks a bit complicated, right? So at the end is 0.03 minus x, 0.8 minus x, and 2x. Now, then you do the same job as what you have done before, okay, like this. Okay, but at the end, you find the value of x is this one, so you can find all the concentration by the value. Okay, not so difficult, just be careful is enough, trust me. Okay, and now it's your job. Do it by yourself and don't copy my job. Okay, you cannot learn anything by copying. Oops. Alright, this is the given information again. Like this. So the Kc is actually equals to SO2, NO2, SO3, and NO equals to x squared over 0.1 minus x squared to all squared equals to 0.5. And okay, let me save my time.